You promise yourself that the real work begins tomorrow. But right now, you are trapped in an endless loop of scrolling, trading away the hours of your present day for cheap digital dopamine. We all know the cycle. You watch an inspiring video, you feel a massive rush of energy, and you convince yourself that you are finally ready to change. But hours later, that high evaporates, and you fall right back into the exact same lazy habits. This chart compares the brief lifespan of motivation against the steady progression of discipline. Motivation is a sharp spike. It makes you feel powerful for a brief moment, but it rapidly crashes to zero when the actual work gets hard. If that initial rush of emotion is so unreliable, how do you actually build the consistency required to stop wasting your potential? You have to accept that motivation is the enemy of consistency. The belief that you need to feel ready to work is the exact illusion keeping you stuck in place. Imagine a young farmer standing in front of a completely overgrown field. He tries to pull every weed at once, quickly becomes exhausted by the sheer volume of the work, and gives up entirely when new weeds grow back the next day. A master gardener operates differently. He doesn't try to clear the field in a single afternoon. He commits to pulling weeds for exactly 10 minutes every single day. That small, rigid consistency keeps the soil entirely clear without ever causing burnout. You see this same quiet consistency in an old fisherman who walks down to the river every morning at the exact same hour. He casts his line whether the sun is shining brilliantly or the sky is pouring freezing rain. The fisherman knows that waiting for perfect weather means he will starve. Motivation is a flash of lightning. It illuminates the sky for a second and then vanishes. Discipline is a slow burning fire that requires daily, deliberate tending, regardless of the conditions outside. Mastering your mind means severing the link between your actions and your emotions. Your daily output cannot depend on the weather of your current circumstances. The total collapse of your discipline rarely happens in the middle of a task. It happens in the few seconds of heavy mental resistance right before you begin. This visualizes the mental friction of starting. That barrier is hesitation. Interrupt it with a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Or lower the commitment to 2 minutes. By shrinking the perceived effort, you bypass your laziness. Winning the battle to start is a major victory, but it is also fragile. Without a plan, the mind behaves like a wild horse. It will buck against your control and drag you away from your work. You must tame your environment. This requires building a strict schedule where you define exactly when you work and when you rest, and physically removing your phone from the room while you focus. If you try to fight every notification and every passing thought with pure force of will, you will eventually tire out and surrender. To maintain long-term focus, you have to engineer a physical space entirely free of digital noise and systematically trick your brain past the friction of starting. To understand the actual timeline of ultimate success, we have to look at the life cycle of the Chinese bamboo tree. This timeline tracks the bamboo's growth. For 4 years of daily watering, absolutely nothing visible happens above the surface, while a massive root system expands downward. Then, in year 5, everything changes. The bamboo shoots 90 feet up in just 6 weeks. That towering trunk did not appear out of nowhere. It is supported entirely by the immense, quiet foundation built over 4 years of silent, unrewarded effort deep beneath the surface. Your daily habits operate on this exact same principle. Those 10 minutes of focus, the mornings you push through friction, the choice to abandon your phone, these actions are compounding beneath the surface long before anyone else can see the results. True strength is forged in the dark. Stop waiting for the perfect mood and abandon the illusion that you will start tomorrow. End the endless scroll tonight. Step out of the loop and begin building your invisible foundation.